want to fish these generally either early in the morning, late in the afternoon, or at night. And you want to fish them on a strip, so you fish them like a streamer. And I tie mine where they're not heavy, so I intentionally want them to stay on the top. And what I do, particularly late in the evening, is I'll cast mine right by the shore, and then I'll strip it real fast to go after brown. And these are a great way to catch big brown. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a few of the materials we're going to use. Okay, here's my bunny strips that I'm using. This is going to be the tail, and then I'm going to use, in addition to that, okay, I'm going to use these feathers. Okay, these are hen hackle, and so I've got those in olive and black. And then you're going to see these little bitty wing looking things, and these are going to be the fins. And in the video I'm going to have a picture of a sculpin. You'll understand why I'm going to tie it this way, because these sculpins have big heads and a real narrow body, and they're just about all teeth. It's kind of funny if you've ever caught one. And then I'm going to use this olive chenille with some sparkle in it to create the body and the head. So that's going to hold the feathers out and give the shape that I want to give. So first off, I'm going to trim, and I'm going to keep on going there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is wrap this around the end of this rabbit fur. This works pretty well. You want to pull it on real tight, because this stuff will come off. Now I'm going to go around the fur once. Okay, and then we're going to wrap it on top of the fur to hold it in place toward the back of the hook. Okay, and this is a little clunky. It'll feel weird to you, trust me. And again, we'll pull that tight so it'll hold. And we'll do another one. We'll do another loop. There we go. We'll hold that down. Now we're going to take the string and we're going to roll it down toward the other fly, or the other hook. I'm going to wrap it around a few times to hold it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my fur up again, and then we're going to tie it down. Get that thread over it. Now, this fur will lay down, okay, so don't worry about that too much. But you'll notice what's going on is it's kind of rolling on the hook, okay, and that can be a problem. And so while you're cinching it down, put the hide right on the top and put another loop on there. Okay, I'm going to pull that tight. And now I'm going to leave that kind of floppy on the bottom, because I want it to look like it's swimming in the water. See, notice I keep pulling that fur around. We've got to pull it out of our thread as we go, because it does tend to wrap around it. Okay, and now I'm going to take the thread and go back up the hook toward the head. There we go. Put a couple of good loops there. And now I'm going to wrap it some more around the front. We're going to get that fur on top like it is. And And then I'm going to finish that off with a whip knot to just kind of hold it in place, okay? And notice this is kind of a hard fly to tie because it kind of flops around, and it's also big, so it's just kind of awkward. So now we'll finish that whip knot. I'll trim off the tag, and that's that. Now it's time to secure that fur a little bit. What I'm going to do is just take a little bit of super glue and put under this edge to just help secure it. And we'll put it a little bit on the hide to just kind of hold it in place. There we go. Now we're going to pull our fur back out. It's laying correctly. And you can use anything that's pointy to kind of do that with. And if it doesn't come all the way out, that's fine, because what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this chenille around here in a minute. And that's going to end up holding that down. So next, what we're going to do is tie our hackle on. So we'll get our thread again. I'm going to wrap it around there once I put a little more super glue on. You want to do this in layers and super glue each layer because this thing will tend to come apart if you don't. See how I'm moving again? There we go. Alright, let's hold this down a bit. Alright, now I'm going to cut my tag. I've got that on there. Now next we're going to lay one feather with the dull side on the inside, with the tip, the big end on the front. And notice I'm just looping this thread around it. Okay, there we go. We'll give it a few more loops. Now we're going to do the other side. See, it's all about layers. It's all about layers. And okay, I'm going to go ahead and tie another knot, but I'm not going to stop there. This is just, again, to reinforce it. I just don't want things coming apart. Okay, we're going to snug it tight. See how I've got my feathers laying there as they are. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this chenille and tie the tip on and loop my thread around that tip. Notice I'm going to go from front to back. Okay, now I'm going to pull it down, give it a little more wrap. I'm going to wrap my chenille around the thread, okay, to give it some support while I'm then wrapping both from back to front. Very similar to what you do with the woolly bugger. Okay, actually this is, in a lot of ways, tied a lot like a woolly bugger. Okay, put a few more wraps around that tag. We're going to cut the chenille tag off now. Clean some of my thread up there, my feathers up, get them all lined up nicely. Okay, and this is the last step And this is called bunny brush. And I'm going to pull a little piece out. It doesn't take much. We're going to trim that off. And so what this is going to be is, this is going to be the hackle around the chenille body. And so I'm going to start off, I'm going to trim off one side of the chenille. There's hackle on both sides. And so the side that's going to be against the fly, I'm going to trim off, and now I'm going to tie that tip firmly tie the thread around the tip of the bunny brush. And while I'm doing this, again, it's kind of wieldy. I cut this probably a little short. It's easier to deal with if you don't cut it so short. And then I'm going to pull that tight. And now I'm going to pull my thread around the tag of the bunny brush. Pull it down firm. Cut the very end of the bunny brush off. And now we're going to pull all the bunny brush back. There, and now what I'm going to do is just tie that on good. I'm going to put several wraps on there, and then we're going to finish that off with a whip knot. Put about 2 or 3 wraps on there. Pull that knot down tight, and we're going to trim off the thread. Then notice that. Look at that. Doesn't that look great? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my best friends, the super glue, and I'm going to put it down through the hole of the head, a little drop. We're going to put it around there. We're also going to put a little on the eye to hold those eyes on. And there you go. Boy, doesn't that look great? I mean, this thing in the water, once it gets wet, everything lays down. And it's got the perfect shape for a sculpin. So I promise you, you'll catch fish with this if you fish it right. Again, fish it late in the afternoon, throw it up against the bank, strip it fast, fish it shallow, and get ready to catch a big one. You guys take care and be safe out there.